What's up, everybody? It's your girl, Miss Cherry, here once again. I know my hair is all over my head, but hey, it is what it is. Gonna have to work but today. But now I just was coming to everybody to just do an update on what I've been going through my journey a little bit. Um, man, uh, I got a lot of good things I could say. There's You know what I'm saying? Some other things I could say, but I'm finding out real quickly that you know what I'm saying, we're all on our own journey. So uh, I can't really expect some people to get what I'm saying whenever, I understand that we're all on different paths pretty much. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't sit here and really say my whole ideology on what I believe life is about, because that's not really what I'm here to do. We're gonna all have our different views on what we feel like is why we're here, on what we feel like is just our truths. But some of the realizations I've come to is realizing that I can't force my truths on anybody, and I can't expect any and everybody to believe my truth, because again, we've all come to where we're at in life differently, and we've all had different experiences, and I can't really just sit here and say, okay, you know what I'm saying, go completely drop what you think and go with what I think. That's just not how life is supposed to work in general. So I've just, I have to come to that, especially as I go about my journey and I live in a society that is really stuck on what it feels and what it thinks about life. It's not really trying to hear anything else to anybody else trying to, tell it about its existence. And so, a lot of times I find myself being, people really, not really accepting my viewpoint when it comes to just what life is and what life is all about. You know what I'm saying? And so, and it's not even about me really even trying to express that or say what's on my mind. It's really about other people being scared that somehow me not believing what they believe takes away from their belief. Like, I don't even have to really say nothing about my life, just that I'm not a Christian anymore, and people are really running scared and don't even know what to do with themselves anymore. They think that I'm just heading down the wrong path. And I'm like, oh, the path I'm heading on is the one I'm supposed to be on. And it's understandable they think in their head that they're trying to help you, but there's no helping what I find to be a great change for me. You know what I'm saying? And so I come to the realization that not everybody's really going to get it. You know what I'm saying? But we're all here on different journeys, and so we kind of have to realize that nothing is right, nothing is wrong. We're all perfect, and the Creator, the source of everything that we, just everything. I mean, the good, the bad, everything is all there to teach us, and it's for us to learn. So, I don't sit here and say, okay, you know what I'm saying, your viewpoint is all backwards, or your viewpoint is this. I mean, unless you say something to me, unless we're actually having a discussion on that, then there's no need for me to really criticize what you believe in. Even if we were having a discussion, then you have to be open-minded to realize that you never know. I'm pretty sure there's some kind of truth to everything that you face every day. It's just a matter of you realizing that. So this is just kind of a realization I had to come to. And so, on my journey, I realized that not everybody's gonna be for what you're for. Some people are gonna run scared as soon as they find out that you're just on a different, wavelength than they are. If they're like, oh, what? You're no longer this, and I thought you were this, or you used to be this, then I'm gonna run away because you're no longer that. And I just realized you gotta let them go. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody here to save nobody. And, if they find that your differences are that strong, then I think it's best that you let them go anyway. And I'm learning that. And so, as I go on my journey, there's definitely a lot of new situations coming up in my life, a lot of old situation being, old tensions being brought to the forefront. And I think that, it's all about the way that you react and the way that you go about handling situations, because there's going to be times in your life where you come to what seems like almost cycles that you go through. And it's the reason why you go through those cycles is because there's a lesson to be learned, and maybe you haven't learned that lesson yet. So when you do come across these problems, these issues that keep repeatedly coming into your life, then maybe you should go about handling that situation differently, or maybe just go about receiving it and reacting to it differently. You know what I'm saying? And then this is just some lessons I've learned on my journey and on my walk, and it's just like anybody else's walk. I just choose to document mine. And the reason why I document mine is because, this is new to me. And really is something that I'm just awestruck by, because I'm just like, this is for me. This is the change that I have been needing, because I love me now, and I'm finding me, and I'm going about doing things the way that I need to go about it, because don't nobody know self more than self. You know what I'm saying? You can go all day and every day to seek knowledge from other people and from other sources, but nothing has the answers like you. You know yourself better than anyone. You know your life better than anyone. And at the end of the day, you know when you're telling yourself lies. You know when you're kidding yourself when it comes to certain people and certain situations. You know how, when you're about to make a decision in your life, that feeling you get inside, which is ultimately telling you yay or nay. You know what I'm saying? It's all about intuition. It's all about tapping into that and realizing that everything is connected. And with everything being connected, you're going to almost suddenly know the truth of what you're facing every day. You just have to be able to fight through your own ego and your own emotions to really see the truth in every situation and go with your intuition, your gut feeling about it. Because that is the God in you, that is the source in you, that is the creator of all things, the soul that is in you and in everything. Pretty much it's everything that ties us all together. So when you are faced with situations, go with what you feel. Your heart is telling you, what your gut in your heart and your mind is telling you, because it's all tied. Mind, body, soul. And what you feel in your heart and in your gut, and I say your gut because that's your solar plexus when it comes to chakras and balancing systems and energies and stuff. Your solar plexus tells you a lot. You know what I'm saying? It's everything is tied. And so it's like you really know the truth of your matter. You know what I'm saying? You know the truth of your matter, which matter is matter. Your creation is what you're bringing into your environment. So you know the truth of every situation. You just have to trust yourself. Trust that feeling that you get to go with what's best for you. And that's pretty much how I'm going along my journey. It's always a learning process. Every day is a learning process, because you're reprogramming yourself to understand, and to understand yourself, to trust yourself, and to accept what is. You know what I'm saying? Accept yourself, accept your body, accept your flaws, accept who you are. And then if there's certain things that need to be adjusted, then you make those adjustments. But that's pretty much my lesson for the day. It's December 27, 2012. And yes, we did pass that whole apocalypse into the world stuff. And of course we were. The world is never going to end. It's been here for millions and billions of years. And nothing's going to change about that. If anything, the era that we were living in is over with. That's the world that was changing, is the era that we were living in. If you can't tell, we're living in a whole nother type of era. Things are changing, and I know you can feel them. I know you can see them. Certain lies and certain deceits that were going on before are no longer going to be able to survive in the type of environment and the type of era that we live in now, because information is flowing freely. So You'll find that a lot of truths are coming out. A lot of deceits and lies that once were can no longer really survive now. It's just no longer just on that frequency that we're on. So, just go with whatever resonates with you when it comes to taking information in. If something doesn't just click, then it's probably is not meant to click. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe you're just not ready to take that information in. So, I wish everyone the best on their journey, and I always, always enjoy the time to be able to learn and to teach. So, this is Miss Cherry once again. I thank you guys for listening to my videos. Love.